A great start today for Team USA and Coloradans as well in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles. We start with Team USA, which won their first gold medal today in the men's 4x100 meter freestyle swim. Caleb Dressel pulled ahead with a massive lead to secure the gold. The 8th medal of his career, all of them gold. And a big win for Colorado. We officially made it on the Olympic leaderboard with Team USA road cyclist Chloe Dygert, the first Coloradan to make it to the podium in the Games. She took home a bronze medal in the individual time trial. A Colorado Rapids player also accomplished something today that our country has not seen in years. Midfielder Georgi Mihailovic scored an Olympic goal during the men's Group A soccer match against New Zealand. Big day for Coloradans, too. Paris has avoided building some massive and expensive stadiums for this year's Olympic Games. Instead, they're using temporary venues and even some existing stadiums, including one that was last used when Paris hosted the Games in 1924, 100 years ago. Matt Renew joins us live in Paris tonight. He's been covering the Games. Not a lot of buildings, Matt, get to be used in two Olympics, especially Olympics separated by 100 years.
You're right, Jen. It has been 100 years since Paris last hosted the Summer Olympics, and it's the only venue that was used a century ago, back in 1924. The only venue to be used a second time, again now in 2024, and it was updated and modified with the help of Denver-based Populous.
In northern Paris, there's a sports venue,
the Yves du Manoir Stadium,
that architect Francois Clément with Populous says
when you have a really old structure,
has been a big part of French sports history for more than 100 years.
Still work that engineers at the beginning of the 20th century were able to deliver.
Yves du Manoir Stadium was once the French national stadium where 250 national and international competitions were held.
My father used to come here to watch games of the national teams in the 60s.
And 100 years ago, this stadium was the centerpiece for the 1924 Summer Olympics in Paris.
For the Olympic Games in Paris 100 years ago.
It was the stadium used for a much smaller Olympic opening ceremony.
You had the opening ceremony there, and you have all the field and track and pentathlons.
And was the site of that iconic Olympic track and field moment portrayed in the movie Chariots of Fire.
In 1924, two athletes won a gold medal in sprint, Eric Liddell and Harold Abrams, which was then therefore part of the beautiful film The Chariot of Fire.
A century later, Yves du Manoir Stadium is still around, and while it's been renovated over the years, the original steel beams
survived the years.
And this stadium are still being used for field hockey during the 2024 Summer Olympics.
We will have two field of plays.
All in a stadium that's been updated by populous architects like Francois.
A bit more blue on top of it suddenly makes it shine again.
But comes with a sports history, a century in the making.
There's a lot of history there.
So much history there. Yves du Manoir Stadium was used in the 1924 Olympics, but it was built in 1907, so it has been there a while and seen a lot of big sporting events. At this Olympics in 2024, 13,500 people can sit in there after the Olympics. Jen, the French Hockey Federation will take that stadium over, so it'll get a lot of use there. Reporting from the Arc de Triomphe here in Paris, France at the Olympics, I'm Matt Renew.
Nice to see you, Matt. Nice to check in today. Thanks for that story. Have a good one. Well, Denver saw some cloudy skies today. Those aren't going to last very long. We're expecting some very hot and dry weather next week. Let's head over to 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Lauren Robinson. How are things looking tonight? And we're about to maybe set some records this week.
That's right. Some lucky areas are getting some showers, even some storms, and that's really good news because as we move through the rest of the week, we're going to see sunny, dry, and hot conditions really take over and linger. So as we go through the rest of the night, if you're someone who's lucky enough to get some moisture overhead, oh, soak it up, pun intended. We take our look at the northeastern corner of Colorado, pushing into the Nebraska Panhandle. This is where we're seeing the strongest storms right now. What we're really watching for are going to be these heavy downpours. Some areas likely even seeing some small hail, lots of lightning and thunder, gusty winds. This is our largest storm area, but we do have some very localized showers around Denver. One right now over Aurora, and then you can see some pushing their way just northeast of the Denver metro area. These are very small, very localized, just a quick shower. Again, if it pops up overhead, you're one of the lucky ones. And then we move our way to the northwestern corner of Colorado, where we have some scattered but light showers across northern portions of the western slope into northern portions of the high country. All of this will be moving out as we go into the overnight hours. So coming up in my full 7-day forecast, we're going to talk a bit more about those storms as they clear out tonight. We do have a hot and dry day ahead for our Sunday. And as we move into next week, we could have record-breaking heat. I'll have details on all of that for you just ahead.
Lauren, thank you. Tonight, Aurora police say 2 teenagers were seriously hurt in an overnight shooting. Happened just after midnight on South Naples Way. That's in Aurora's Center Point neighborhood, just off South Buckley Road. Officers say somebody started shooting at a large gathering there. 1 teenager was taken to the hospital. Another teenager showed up to the hospital shortly after. And police say they have since arrested a teenage boy at the scene that was found with a weapon. Not clear if he was actually involved in that shooting. Tonight, police are still investigating. And police in Denver are investigating a shooting that shut down part of I-25 today. I-25 northbound in Auraria Parkway near Empower Field. 1 person went to the hospital. Police do believe they'll survive their injuries. Right now, it's not clear if police have anybody in custody, but say they're investigating this shooting as a possible road rage incident. Boulder police is asking the public for help trying to solve a very strange case after a 19-year-old woman was found dead, her body wrapped in layers and left on a bike trailer. 9 News reporter Rhea Joss spoke with this woman's family. They'd been estranged for a while, Rhea, but they were still very worried about her well-being.
Right, and they're hoping someone with information comes forward. Boulder police posted these pictures of the bike trailer that she was found on, and this is also a black motorcycle cover that was near the area, wanting to know if anyone recognizes or saw these items in the area of Canyon Boulevard and 18th Street between July 10th and 12th. The Boulder County coroner identified the woman as 19-year-old Zariah Hardy. Someone called police about the bike trailer after it was sitting unattended on Goss Street for several days. Zariah grew up in Aurora but left her family about 2 years ago when she turned 18. Her mom said it's been more than a year since she's heard from Zariah. Despite not being in touch with her daughter, the call she got from a detective on Thursday was devastating nonetheless.
As a mother, you want to protect your child for the rest of their life. But sometimes when they become teenagers, they want to do their own thing. And sometimes the worst happens. We just want to know who did it and why. And we want this person to pay for what he had done.
Zariah's last known address is a homeless shelter in Boulder called the Source Youth Resource Center, but it's unknown when or if she actually lived there. We have reached out to the source, but they have not responded just yet. The family will be holding a memorial in Colorado in the next coming weeks. Information about that, as well as how you can contact police if you do know anything, can be found under this story on our website. Rhea Joss, 9 News.